Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and we are going to be talking and theorizing about what Caleb's third myth is going to be. Now, I know this one is a long ways off, but it is something that is fun to talk about, so why not? Why not, guys? Let's talk about this. So this was actually submitted over on my Discord server. We have a goblin Dropbox where people can actually, drop a few different things for me to react to and whatnot. And we have this one by Caleb's Whittle Fireball, and it's a theory talking about Caleb's third myth. So let's go ahead and read what this is. So this is posted by Caleb's Bald Spot, which is a funny name. Okay, wait, why am I so tiny? I'm so tiny on the screen. Okay, let's make myself a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. Caleb has reoccurring symbols of snakes, Ouroboros, Icarus, and the sun comparison done by MC and huge mythologies such as Adam and Eve, and its adjacent Fuxi and Nuwa. So let's break down the definition of each symbol. Ouroboros is an ancient symbol depicting a serpent or dragon eating its own tail, forming a continuous circle. It represents the eternal cycle of life, death, and rebirth, a loop with no beginning or end, originating in ancient Egypt and later dropped by Greek and Gnostic traditions. The Ouroboros symbolizes infinity, unity, and the interconnectedness of creation and destruction. Rebirth, in destruction, XO2, Constructo, and A01, Destructio. It's a yin-yang motto. Its message endures as a reminder that every ending also has a beginning. The statement, Cosmos reborn from destruction, is his decoherence myth trailer. Adam and Eve are the first humans in biblical creation story, representing the origins of humankind. According to the book of Genesis, God created Adam from the dust of the earth and Eve from one of his ribs to be his companion in the Garden of Eden, a paradise where they lived in innocence. Their disobedience in eating the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge led to their loss of innocence and expulsion from Eden, symbolizing the beginning of human free will, temptation, sin, and morality. Their story serves as a foundational myth exploring themes of creation, love, rebellion, and the human condition. Our Eve is Caleb, and our Adam is MC. Very interesting how they switched those positions there. Fuxi and Nuwa are ancient deities from Chinese mythology, often depicted as twin serpent-bodied beings and regarded as the founding ancestors of humanity. Fuxi is traditionally seen as a culture hero, the inventor of writing, fishing, hunting, and the Bagua, 8 trigrams, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, which form the basis of Chinese philosophy and cosmology. Nuwa, his sister and consort, is known as the creator goddess who molded the first humans from yellow clay and repaired the pillar of heaven after a cosmic catastrophe, restoring order to the world. Together they symbolize creation, balance, and harmony between yin and yang, embodying the union of the masculine and the feminine forces that sustain the cosmos and human civilization. Icarus is a figure from Greek mythology known for his tragic flight too close to the sun. He was a son of Daedalus, a master craftsman who built wings made of feathers and wax so they could escape imprisonment in the island of Crete. Despite his father's warnings not to fly too high, Icarus became exhilarated by the thrill of flight and soared upward, only for the sun's heat to melt the wax holding his wings together. He fell into the sea and drowned, giving rise to the term the Icarian Sea. His story symbolizes human ambition, the dangers of hubris, and the fine line between aspiration and recklessness, reminding us of the consequences of defying limits. Mirrors his anecdote where he soars too far into the Deepspace tunnel and encounters a huge life-threatening accident. I want to hear everyone's thoughts as to how Infold might mix these mythologies for the next myth. So we have here, all of the different symbols that relate to a snake and infinity and Ouroboros and all of these different things. Now, this is actually really interesting that somebody has brought up the snake I guess, symbolism that pops up a lot when it comes to Caleb. Now, I don't know if anybody actually remembers this, or maybe, if you're new to the community and whatnot, you may not actually know that there is what do you call official fan art commissioned by Love and Deepspace themselves, with Caleb holding a white snake. And I want to show you. Let's see. So this is a video that I made 10 months ago. 10 months ago on my personal theories about Caleb's lore. So this was the image that was commissioned by Love and Deepspace themselves. This is, this piece of art is really officially commissioned. So we see here that there is a white snake. And in this video that I made 10 months ago, I had talked about a different kind of folklore in Chinese mythology, and it's the story of the white snake, the legend of the white snake. The legend of the white snake depicted a woman who, basically, they're like sea serpents. So these women who can change from white snakes into female bodies to lure men into the ocean and basically feed off of them. There is this one white snake who basically falls in love with a human man, and when the human man eventually finds out that this woman is not really a woman and is a white snake, he kind of like pushes her away and kind of gets very disgruntled and whatnot. There's a whole lot of different things. I would either recommend you to watch this video that I have, Beware of the White Snake, Caleb's Lore, which actually goes over the entire myth and all of my theories back then. Or, just research on the legend of the white snake yourself, because for me personally, there are a lot of references towards snakes when it comes to Caleb, and I had always seen Caleb as the snake. I know that the story here kind of switches the, the genders of the characters, where the female is this white snake, but I've always seen Caleb as the snake, because in the beginning, when we have, MC finding out that Caleb is alive and all of these things, she doesn't actually, trust him, she's happy that he's alive, but she's kind of like, why are you alive? And then she finds out that, he has this chip inside of him and all of these different kinds of things. And it just shocks her to the core, and she pushes him away, similar to the human man pushing the white snake away, even though the white snake genuinely, truly loves the human. So, that was where my particular theory came from. But I do like the theories that they present here. Ever since Caleb was shown to, have a snake, and there was this apple symbolism, there were so many theories of Adam and Eve and all of these different things. And it's interesting here that this kind of alludes to Eve as Caleb and Adam as MC, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool, and if you think about their decoherence myth and all of these different things, it is very interesting. It's almost like they kind of mixed a lot of different things together and kind of like smooshed everything together to make like their own specific lore for the game, which is very, very fun. And I think that that is actually something that's really, really cool and really interesting that they're doing. And I'm very excited to know what the third myth is going to be, because the myths are some of the things that are it's my favorite. One of my favorite things in Love and Deepspace are the myths and how deep that they go in the lore and learning about the characters and all of these things. So I'm very excited to pick up Caleb's myth when it does come out, and I'm hoping that it's going to come out next year, because I don't believe that they're going to release the myth in 2027. That would be absolutely insane. So I'm really hoping that they're going to release it in 2026, and it's going to be fantastic, and it's going to be special, and it's going to be something that just kind of blows us away, That being said, I'm going to release a video soon talking about Silas's myth that I think that a lot of people will be quite interested to know about. Alrighty, well, that's pretty much it. Leave your theories down below. What do you think about the symbolism between Caleb and MC? Do you think that there is something that actually speaks to the Ouroboros theories, or are you more somebody who leans towards the Adam and Eve theories? It's very interesting to see, especially since, we got Zayn's third myth, and there were very heavy Egyptian themes there. So somebody let me know, where do you guys think it's gonna go? Because I feel like now that we know that they can dive into something a little bit non-Chinese, the doors have opened much wider to what the possibilities could be. Alrighty, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like down below, and if you would like to hit that subscribe button, I would be so thankful if you did. And if you would like to join the Discord server, we are having a 2x bonus XP going on in general chat right now, which means that you can level up to level 20 and get access to the spicier channels and also the veggies channel as well. Alrighty, everybody, thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.